Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes and welcome to a discussion on how to play altissimo C on the saxophone. This is double high C. C, one full octave above high C on the saxophone. Now today I'll be demonstrating on the B flat tenor saxophone and I'll be looking at three alternate fingerings. For me on my saxophones, these three fingerings work equally as well on both tenor and alto saxophone, but it really depends on the make and model and vintage of your instrument, your mouthpiece reed setup, and just your own physical way of playing the saxophone. I'll start with my favourite fingering sound-wise on the tenor saxophone for high C, double high C, and that's to play 1-3 on the left hand, 1-3 on the right hand, side A sharp on the right hand, and the octave key. Now that's identical to how most people play altissimo G on the alto saxophone. So it's our B key on the left hand, our G key on the left hand, F key and D key, and the side A sharp key plus the octave key. That's a strong sounding double high C for me on this saxophone. I've got a Selmer Paris Mark 7 1970s era tenor sax here. But a lot of players prefer to use a much easier fingering, which is our normal high D sharp fingering. So octave key on, left hand high D palm key on, left hand high D sharp palm key on. The same as we would play if it was high D sharp or high E flat, and just overblow that up a major sixth from E flat up to altissimo C. That's a very movable fingering. If you've checked out my tutorial on fingering options for altissimo B, you'll remember that one of those options was to just overblow high D a major sixth and turn high D into altissimo B. If you are using that fingering, it's very easy then to go from high B to high C. It's exactly the same as you would do to play from high D to high D sharp or high E flat. Now finally, on my alto saxophone, I find the best fingering for double high C is to actually play auxiliary high F. So octave key on, normal C fingering, reach up with your index finger on your left hand to play the auxiliary high F key. That's the key above the B key. On my saxophone, it's a circular pearl key. On most of the modern saxophones nowadays, it's a teardrop metal key. So auxiliary high F, and then drop the first finger on the right hand on as well, which is our normal F key. Remember, it's not so much the fingerings we use in the altissimo register. There are many different fingerings, and if you look online, there's probably 6 to 10 recognised different fingerings to play this note on the different saxophones. I'm just giving you three options here today. So let's put the high range to the test. As always, it's good to approach the super high notes from down low. Try and keep the big, fat, open sound of the low notes as we ascend up into the stratosphere. So I'll play low C, then second line G, third space C, G above the stave, high C, altissimo G, and then double high C. It'll sound like this. And as always, hold on to that high note when you get there. And like I did, try and put a little bit of vibrato on towards the end so you also develop control of those super high notes. I hope you've enjoyed that. Practice building your range on the saxophone, but remember to always work on your low register and then expand your high register. Our low register is limited by the physical length of the tube, and on all of the saxophones with the exception of the E-flat baritone saxophone, our lowest note is B-flat below the treble clef stave. But our high note is really only limited by how much time and effort we want to put into the extreme range of the saxophone. Bye for now.